From the
and it's one of his assistants who has won the Premier League title this season. There is a real changing of the guard and real joy at the Arsenal training ground where the players gathered to watch the game together.
Oh, wow.
And this was the scene at the end. These are really special moments, Micah. When you're together with your teammates, you've put all that work in. You have ground out some of those results. You've pushed yourself to the absolute limits. You've been accused over previous seasons of bottling it.
Correct.
And then you get this moment.
Yeah, for Arsenal, it's absolutely outstanding. And, you know, when they played Man City and lost, and everyone was talking about the bottle. And remember, we was on the show, and I said they've not bottled it, they've just opened up the door. And this time, they didn't even have to go to the final game of the season and win. Man City opened the door then for Arsenal. But for all that I've been through, I told you the story about when we was up against Manchester United at the time, Sir Alex Ferguson's great teams, and that belief, and can you get it over the line? They've got over the line, and they deserve 38 games in the Premier League. You deserve to win it. Yes, the football's not been pretty at times, we all know that. But to do that consistently over a season, you've got to take your hats off him. And especially when you're up against Pep Guardiola, one of the greatest of his generation as well. So congratulations.
And they flipped the pressure back onto Manchester City. So they've shown they've got unbelievable character. And I think to even level that, they've been bottlers. They haven't been. They were just against one of the most incredible teams in Manchester City that were just relentless. They just stretched them and they made them become better. And they've had to find a way. They've had to maybe get those marginal games that you need to do, set pieces, goalkeeper, everything that he's done, Mikel Arteta, to find a way to turn his team into title winners. And you have to credit the Cronkies as well, because they could have maybe just gone under the pressure at times of maybe feeling like it wasn't the right thing. Is he going to be the winner? He's proved tonight that Mikel Arteta is a winner.
Talk to me a little.
Anguished discussions, but look at the scenes at the Emirates, because they know now that they have finally done it. Not the Invincibles of 2002, but the endurables of 2026, because they've ridden through some setbacks, including a defeat by Bournemouth. But it is a goal by a Bournemouth player, Junior Krupi, that ensures that without even playing tonight, Arsenal are Premier League champions. And as a former Arsenal player, Alan, what do you make of it?
Well, absolutely delighted. Huge congratulations to Mikel Arteta and his players and the football club in general. It's been a long, long wait. Deserving champions. Manchester City did not have enough tonight, or as it turns out, during the season as a whole. But, well, Bournemouth, monumental performance to deny Pep Guardiola. But for Arsenal, well, brilliant season, well done, and all eyes now for them on the Champions League final. Might it be a double?
Well, and let's not forget as well that Bournemouth are in European football next season, in the Europa League at least, possibly even the Champions League. What a send-off for that man, Andoni Iraola, in his last home game in charge, because they've really put the pressure on Liverpool now, and it promises to be a very nervous Anfield at the weekend, with Bournemouth, who play Nottingham Forest, just a point behind them. But despite getting a draw here, with Haaland getting that late equaliser to Krupi's goal, it is not enough for Manchester City, who miss out. And after 3 years as runners-up, Arsenal have taken the final step and become champions. We wait to find out if Pep Guardiola will give another Premier League campaign a go, but this one has got away from him, and it's congratulations to Arsenal.
So many stories to unpack here, the main one of which is that after 22 years and a couple of near misses, Arsenal are the Premier League champions. It looked as though that season may have turned when Manchester City were able to get the victory over them. Pep Guardiola's side had it in their hands, but they weren't able to capitalise, and this could be Pep Guardiola heading into his final game as Manchester City boss against Villa on the final day of the season. But that is when Arsenal will be heading away from the Emirates, where these pictures are coming from, and heading to Crystal Palace, where they will be presented with the Premier League trophy. For so many seasons, Jamie, they've been accused of not having the bottle to get over that final hurdle. This time around, they've been beaten by Manchester City. They wobbled with a couple of results around then, but they've recovered, they've come back, and tonight, after 22 years, Arsenal have their 4th Premier League trophy.
Absolutely, Kelly. I mean, they've certainly showed they've got bottle. They've showed a lot of character, resilience. It hasn't always been pretty, but they've shown they're winners. They're champions, rightly so. Congratulations to Mikel, the team, the fans, the staff, all the people behind the scenes. They've been the best side this year. You know, they have been the best side, and it's been really tough for them for the last few years. Pep, their nemesis, every single year, every single time. He's just found a way to pip them. This year, they've found their way. And it's an amazing achievement. I'm pleased for the club, for Mikel, because, as I say, it's been hard. He's took a lot of criticism. Can he get his team over the line?
And this is his childhood friend, Andoni Iraola, whose team...
Listen, if he doesn't get a lovely crate of Rioja right now, I'll be amazed, Kelly. You know, it's a big thank you to his mate.
Which ensures that they will be playing European football for the first time in their history, and ensures that his boyhood friend is going to be a Premier League champion, a Premier League winning manager at the expense of Manchester City. Bournemouth have certainly played their part today. They've had a fantastically successful season. We will talk more about them, but Micah, it is all about the title. Manchester City today looked like a team that were running on fumes.